Before Lionel Messi was worth over $1 billion, he was a tiny, sick kid whose own body had stopped growing. And the only reason the world ever saw him play is a man who died last week. This is 10 ways Messi's father built the greatest footballer alive. And number one isn't a contract or a trophy. It's the one thing Leo says he chased his entire life. On August 8th, 2026, Jorge Messi passed away at 68 after a long illness. Most people knew him as Leo's agent. Almost nobody knows he was the reason there was ever a career to manage. So here are 10 ways Jorge Messi shaped his son, counting down to the one that changed everything. Number 10, he was there before the talent was. Jorge wasn't a scout or a coach by trade. He was a steel factory manager in Rosario, Argentina, a working man. But he was kicking a ball around with Leo before Leo could even talk. When his son started organized play around age 4, Jorge didn't just sign him up, he volunteered to coach the neighborhood team himself. The gift came later. The father was there first. Number 9, he protected the spark. Little Leo was scoring goals nobody could believe. Nearly 500 of them for Newell's Old Boys before he was 13, taking penalties at age 8. Opposing coaches literally accused him of lying about his age because he was so small. Jorge's job through all of it was simple but hard. Keep the pressure off and let the magic stay fun. But the small part, that's where this story almost ended. Number 8, he refused to let a diagnosis win. Around age 10, doctors found the problem. A growth hormone deficiency. Leo's body wasn't producing what it needed to grow. The treatment? Around $900 a month, every month for years, just to keep him growing. For a factory family, that was crushing. A lot of parents would have quietly let the football dream die. Jorge did the opposite. Number 7, he made the most terrifying bet in sports history. Argentine clubs wouldn't fund the treatment long term. So when Barcelona said they'd sign the kid and pay for his medicine, Jorge packed up the family and crossed an ocean. Leo was 13. Jorge left steady work, a home, everything familiar, on the word of a club that wasn't even sure this tiny boy would make it. But this next one is where that gamble became legend. Number 6, the Napkin. December 2000. Barcelona's people were hesitating. So to lock the promise in before anyone changed their mind, sporting director Carlos Rexach scribbled the agreement onto a paper napkin in a tennis club restaurant. That napkin, that literal piece of scrap paper, sold at auction in 2024 for nearly $1 million. Jorge was in the room that made it happen. Number 5, he split his own family in 2 so Leo could stay. Barcelona was hard at first. The other kids were homesick and Celia, Leo's mum, took them back to Argentina. Jorge stayed behind, just him and Leo, in a small apartment near the stadium so his son wouldn't have to quit. Think about that. He gave up living with his own wife and children so one of them could have a shot. Number 4, he became the sharpest critic Leo ever had. Jorge didn't clap for everything. After matches, he'd break the game down. The lazy pass, the wrong run, the bad decision. Not to tear his son down, but because he believed Leo could always be more. The greatest player on earth grew up with a dad who told him the truth. And that honesty is exactly why number 1 hits so hard. Number 3, he traded his career for his son's. Once Leo turned pro, Jorge walked away from the factory for good and became his full-time agent. For about 22 years, he ran everything. The Barcelona contract renewals, the move to PSG, the shock signing at Inter Miami. Not an outside agency. His dad. Every signature of Leo's career had his father's fingerprints on it. Number 2, he built an empire and handed his son a fortune, not just fame. Under Jorge's management, Leo didn't just become a great player. He became a business reported to be worth well over $1 billion. And here's the rare part. He did it while keeping the wolves away, so his son could just play. Most stars get devoured by the money. Jorge made sure Leo never had to think about it. But number 1 is the one Leo himself says mattered more than any of it. It wasn't a contract. It wasn't a trophy. It was approval. Messi has said over and over that he needed his dad's opinion his whole life, that after every single match from the time he was a little boy, the first thing he wanted to know was what his father thought of how he played. 8 Ballon d'Ors, a World Cup, and the man was still just a son, waiting to hear "well done" from his dad. So how did Leo honor him? In life, he made his father the one constant in a career that spanned 3 continents, keeping him close as coach, agent, and confidant to the very end. He'd spent time with Jorge just before he passed, and in death, days after losing him, Leo shared a raw, public goodbye, admitting how much his father's voice had guided him and how unsure the game feels now without it. The tributes came flooding in, from Newell's, from Barcelona, from the whole football world. But the truest tribute is Messi himself. Every touch you've ever admired started with a working man who refused to let his small, sick son stop dreaming. Whoever your Jorge is, the one who believed before anyone else did, tell them today. Rest easy, Jorge. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.